What is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new Brawl Stars video. Today we're going to be talking about this picture. There are a few good things that it could mean, there are a few bad things it could mean, and then there's some just crazy oddball stuff that people are discussing that I just don't think it could possibly be. We're going to talk about all that and more. Let's just go ahead and get right into it. You know, I said I didn't want to really make a video on this, and then I discussed a lot of the things that I think this could possibly mean in the community tab a few days ago, but I feel like I need to, if this does happen to be a bad thing, then I need to get it off my chest that I thought about this before, and you know, I just want to talk to you guys about it and see what your guys' thoughts on things are as well. So let's just talk about it. First and foremost, obviously the good things this could mean. There are two really, you know, very likely options here. Obviously, the first option could be the sun is rising, the brawlers are looking towards us, they're getting ready for global release, and then, you know, maybe the next picture they post is like a big global like bit of text in the sky over here, something like that. So there's a lot of room in the sky right there for a nice little bit of text in the Brawl Stars font. So, you know, it's very possible we do see the sun pop up there. We get global release. It's a big, huge deal. Everybody goes crazy. All the YouTubers start picking it up again. And, you know, even like the bigger mobile gaming YouTubers that, you know, have put down Brawl Stars for a long time now, they'll probably pick it up again as well. We're going to have a massive surge of people enter this community, unprecedented, not even close to the like the level of you know, support and the surge of people we had enter the community when it went to Android was probably a pretty decent one, but it's not even going to be anything close to if we do end up going global with the next update. Now, with that said, there's another thing this could mean that's entirely unrelated to global. That would be a 5v5 mode. And I do think that this is the other good thing that it could possibly be that is most likely to happen here. A 5v5 mode is something they've mentioned many times, actually, as something they've wanted to add to the game. And obviously, right now, we're seeing a lot of endgame players just randomly quit the game because they're not seeing any compelling reason, anyways, to continue playing with no endgame. You know, there's really nothing to do once you get to an endgame. Now, with 5 players, that's going to be significantly more, I guess, interaction based. There's going to be a lot more interaction with characters, which means that you're going to have a lot more, you know, League of Legends style gameplay where you have all the characters sort of just meeting in one area, team fighting, lots and lots of different interactions you wouldn't see in a 3v3 scenario that you'll definitely see now in a 5v5 scenario are very possible in 5v5. So we're going to see some new maps and things like that if that's the case. And it's very exciting all around if this is a 5v5 teaser. Now, another thing that's being tossed around the community is that this could have something to do with boss fight, possibly having a new boss or something like that. I doubt that'd be the case. I do think that most likely what we'd see with a boss fight teaser is maybe, you know, I don't know. Actually, I have no idea what a boss fight teaser would be because that just doesn't make any sense to me. There'd have to be maybe some new brawler that pops up in the next version of this image or something like that to possibly mean boss fight. But otherwise, I just don't really understand. Other than the fact that this would be somewhat of an okay team comp for a boss fight scenario, I can't see that logic. But with that said, there are also some of the OG characters in this game. You know, we're not seeing any of the new characters. This is definitely more of the OGs here. So we're probably looking at something different than that. I kind of doubt that with no inclusion of Frank or anything like that, I doubt that they're going to be teasing something new with boss fight. Now, the other good thing that they were possibly teasing here that I just don't think at all that it's going to be is a possible rework or redesign of all these characters. I really doubt that. We've seen very significant redesigns of Shelly. We've seen significant redesigns of Poco. So even though they're maybe not up to the standard of some of the other redesigns they've done, like Jessie, for example, I really doubt that these are actual redesigns for all 5 of these characters. I think that most likely what this is either the 5v5 or global release if it's a good thing. Now, there is something else we do need to talk about, another elephant in the room here that is a massive possibility from this particular teaser. The game could very possibly be ending with this next update. That is a massive concern with much of the content creation community right now. And again, since Supercell has been completely quiet about everything, even to content creators, I want to be clear right now, none of us know anything else about what's going on with this update, with this teaser, what this could mean or anything like that. And would they tease the end of the game? Well, there have been things that they've done in the past that made absolutely no sense to much of the community, okay? Like going from portrait to landscape, for example, that was something that nobody anticipated, that nobody thought would happen. Took up an entire 6 months until we got another significant update, because it was a 3-month update cycle and then another 3-month update cycle before we got actual new content in the game. That was something nobody thought would actually happen. You know, that was not something anyone anticipated in this community, whether it be a content creator or just the average player, average viewer. Someone might have said it offhandedly in like a Reddit thread or something, but it's definitely not something anyone actually wholeheartedly expected, okay? And much of the time, you know, when these new updates do come out, they're sort of confusing, I guess, you know, to much of the player base. Lots of people not necessarily understanding what the motives behind certain changes are. Obviously, there's logic behind it. You know, Supercell's not some newbie company, some indie company. They're super successful. They know what they're doing. So obviously there's reason behind it, but it's stuff that's not obvious to the general player base. And in this case, we could be seeing another situation like that. People have actually pushed that this is not at all even possibly a cancellation notice for the game. You know, they're walking into the sunset and like it's the end of the game. They're pushing that it's not even possible because Smashland was canceled with a, you know, blog post almost. You know, I don't think that necessarily deconfirms the possibility that this is a cancellation notice more than anything else. The main reason being that this is a bigger game than Smashland ever was and ever could have been, I think. It's got more potential than pretty much any mobile game I think any of us have ever seen, other than maybe even like Pokemon Go, and even then I think it'd be competitive at that state. I think that this game has a ridiculous level of potential when it comes to being, you know, casual friendly, but then pushed towards a competitive end game where a lot of people could get very involved with esports and things like that. You could absolutely have teams and things like that with this game. There's a lot of, you know, Twitch reaction that's rewarded in this game, and as such you're going to have people that get really good at it. And I think that that's just a gigantic missed opportunity if they do cancel the game. But is it possible that they are canceling the game here with a pretty dedicated, very dedicated, rabid fan base of people that just want more content? Yes, I think it is. And I think that that's, again, most likely why you guys are seeing a little bit of a break in content right now. A lot of people not necessarily choosing to play right now because a lot of the content creators are kind of freaking out. You know, a lot of us that have, you know, more than one channel, we have multiple channels because we cover different games, or maybe we cover different content or things like that. We're not necessarily freaking out about it, but we're still upset at the possibility. But some of these content creators, they go all in. You know, they went all in on Brawl Stars. And for the record, I've spent 1.5 years of my life covering this game. I absolutely would be devastated to see it canceled like this. But it's a very real possibility when Supercell will not tell any of us creators what's going on. And it seems to be something almost delicate, since they won't tell the community, they won't tell the creators. Nobody knows what's happening, and we're all kind of spiraling with no outside help to stop us from spiraling, really. So a lot of creators right now are pretty upset about the fact that this could very possibly be a notice of cancellation for the game, that we don't know how the stats are going, since it hasn't been outwardly talked about for a really long time. Ever since really they started by saying, you know, they were justifying the landscape update by saying it was either kill the game or go landscape. You know, we haven't really heard much about it, other than there was a slight improvement in early game retention, and that was very visible based on the fact that all of us Brawl Stars YouTubers absolutely had a lot more people interacting with us, a lot more people in the comments section, and, you know, a lot more people viewing videos on a regular basis. Now, with that said, things have absolutely tapered off since the last update. Wasn't very impactful, came after their vacation, and all in all, just really, it's been a pretty big drought in content. So I think that it's really important to take all this into account when you think about the possibilities that this particular image could face. Now, I just want to get it out of the way that I've put this through about every Photoshop filter known to man, and, you know, used every graph and everything known to man. And I don't think that there's anything hidden in this image. I don't think there's anything that we're supposed to find. I've tried to find everything in every way that I know that, you know, people do with ARGs and things like that, and I don't think that there's anything hidden here. If there is, I'd love to hear you guys down in the comment section below. I haven't seen anything about it though. So what could this mean? Well, Only Supercell knows right now. I think it's going to be impactful no matter what it is, because you know, it's got to be one of those three, man. It's got to be 5v5, it's got to be global, or it's got to be they're killing the game and this is the sunset and, you know, they're walking towards the light. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be one of those three. I can all but say I am 99.9% sure right now that this is going to be either the game going global, 5v5s, or the game getting canceled. I don't think anything else is even a relative possibility, even though there are other things being discussed in the community. I have no faith in any of those speculations and guesses or anything. I think I'm very confident it's one of the three that I've mentioned a few times in this video. So let me know what you think down in the comment section below. I'm overall kind of discouraged about this. I hope that Ryan comes out in the next few days and is like, hey guys, stop being drama queens and stop spiraling. It's a good thing. It's not the game getting canceled, I promise. If he says that, I'm good. I'm along for the ride, man, and I'm super hyped for whatever this could possibly mean. But otherwise, dude, it's a little bit scary, you know? It's a little bit scary to think that they've been close to killing this game off before. It's been right on the edge before. And that even though things have gotten better by a ridiculous margin since then, it's very possible we do see the game canceled still. It's something that's not outside the realm of possibility. And while it's something that would be very strange to tease like this, I don't think that it's something that Supercell wouldn't do, you know? So let me know again what you think down in the comments. I will see you guys very soon for another video. I don't know, man. We'll probably do some showdown or something, because if the game might go down, then I want to get as many videos in as possible before then. So we'll just have some fun until that point. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. I'll see you guys in the next one very, very soon. Again, let me know down in the comments if you have any ideas for future videos you would like to see. And until the next one, guys, peace.